Hello students. So in previous class we have discussed about the social audit in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So we have seen how the social audit will, how the process it will be. So like this, in this way the large amount of the misappropriated funds will recover through the social audits. On many of the occasions will be there, and many officials will become and voluntary they will return money to the workers at the mandal public meeting itself only. So action has been initiated against whom they will take the action against the corrupt officials. And in the process of the awareness about the detailed provisions of the Mahatma Gandhi scheme, it will rose dramatically among the all the laborers. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the topic the struggle towards the right to life. The new policy on PDS system, it is nothing but the public distribution system. It has been in the center of much debate. So we all know that about 4 out of 5 people in the rural areas, they will consume less than the minimum required calories, because in village in that areas they doesn't have any good employment opportunities, so that they won't able to earn the income. If they earn the income also, they will use it for the household activities, so that they won't able to 4 out of 5 people in the rural areas, they won't able to consume the required calories. And at present, not even 3 out of 10 families in rural areas in India, they are below poverty line, and also they have the cards as per the recent national sample survey report. So whatever the survey they have conducted, the sample survey report, according to that report, the 3 out of 10 families they are who are present in the rural areas, they are the India has given to them as below poverty line people, and they have given the ration cards to them. So, thus, a large number of people who are there who earlier benefited from the PDS system were no longer covered by it. So, by this PDS system, there are most of the members they have benefited. So that many families of landless laborers who are there, they did not have these BPL cards. Whereas there were some reports of well-off families with the BPL cards. So some people they doesn't have the below poverty line cards, and some, whereas if we see the reports of well-off families, they have these cards. So there are other contradictions too in the new PDS system policy. So what is that? The government of India has often has huge piles of food stocks in the sense the food grains, it will brought from the farmer. So this is the, we already know what is the process of this PDS system. The government will purchase the food grains from the farmers, and it will send to the all the through the PDS system, it will send to all the ration shops. So the government of India, it has often the huge, it will keep the huge piles of the food stocks like food grains which are brought from the farmers. And there have been times when food grains rot into godowns and are eaten by the rats also. So sometimes what will happen, the stock, completely stock will be kept to store in the godowns, but it has eaten by the rats. So this situation is also happened. Since the ration shops they sell food grains at the fair price on only to the BPL, the Antayodhya and Annapurna card holders who are there, so they are unsold stock at the ration shop too. So what will happen? These ration shop which are there, which are available for us, they will sell the food grains for the fair prices. It means a lower prices if we compare to the market. So and also they will only sell to the below poverty line people who have the cards, who are the card holders. To them only they'll get. So if any unsold stock is there at the ration shop, then it is also in the same way stored in it. And now at present there is a feeling that they were not able to provide food to all. So there is a clear violation of the fundamental right here, isn't it? The right of a human is, it is violating here the right to life. It is in the article of 21 of our Indian constitution. So that people have asked, how can life be possible without food? So this is the question the people are asking, that without the food, the how we can't able to survive our life. And why can't, about this the government will take the complete responsibility, and why can't the government will supply the food grains for free, not for the fair price, for free, rather than have it, it means for giving to the rat, why it won't able to give the food grains to the people freely? Also the question is raised by the people. So is this is just situation, so like this happened, so that over a period of time a public campaign for right to food has built up. So in that people have taken very legal action, and whatever the civil rights have group have filled with the petitions in the Supreme Court against the government for the reason of that they are violating the human right, the right to life. So which is the right to food is a part. So for the human beings the food is the main part, so that the government won't able to provide, and it is not taking the complete responsibility to provide the food grains to the people. So they have what they have, the civil rights group, they have filled the petitions in the Supreme Court against the government for violating what, for violating the right to life of peoples. And they have sought that the food grains at a fair prices should be available for all the families, and each family should be entitled with the more food grains, and they are getting presently all the food grains. The here the Supreme Court rulings and continuous pressures from the ordinary people, they have begun to make what, they have begun to make small but crucial changes in the working for the number of programs, like including the PDS system program. So for the Supreme Court, the continuous pressure from the normal people, ordinary people, it has started to begin, and because of that, the government has changed. It has got the some crucial changes in the working of the number of programs, like PDS public distribution programs, or like this. They have brought up the changes, because that ordinary people they are get making pressure to them, and but still much more need to change here. Only some things they have changed, but much more is there to change in the every system which the government is implementing. So in this chapter we have read about the right to work and right to food in the context of the widespread of hunger in our India. So both this, the right to work and the right to food, there are very essential things. There are absolutely essential to escape from the hunger and the poverty for the people. So escape from the poverty and a life of dignity, however it means much more, and it includes what, it also includes the health and education, shelter and clothing and water and sanitation, pollution free air, energy, and all the infrastructure facilities, and security, non-discrimination in the society, and the democratic participation in each issue which is happened in the villages. So the economic and the social rights are, again they, it means the whatever the economic and social rights are there, they are the part of the right to life of the people. So it is this expanded understanding that the society has to work towards on it, then only they can brought up the changes. Otherwise they won't able to get the proper essential facilities from the government.